Welcome to Inside the Studio, KFIZ at 100. Conversations with some of the station's biggest and brightest all-time personalities. I'm your host, Sean Kaiser. This episode features Fond du Lac native and Radio Hall of Famer Johnny B. Jonathon Brandmeier. Growing up in town, Jonathon started listening to KFIZ as a kid and vividly recalls the station doing play-by-play coverage of the 4th of July fireworks.
That's wild. As I look back on it, I go, let's broadcast the fireworks. And they did from Lakeside Park. And I remember sitting in the car and everyone was looking at the fireworks. I was listening to the radio. Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now, Tim, that was a blue one with green colors in it and sparkles. Yes, it was. It was great. I thought, that's the weirdest programming. I try to sell that one today.
Another of his early memories of KFIZ was when he toured it as a Boy Scout in 2nd grade.
We're going to see a radio studio. How does radio work? And we're going to pray the rosary as Cub Scouts. Another great programming idea. And I went in there and I went past the guys who were working, but I was watching you talking to Mike. Anyway, today coming up with the news, and I went, oh my God, I want to do that.
And then there was the time Jonathon happened to be at the station when the popular Christmas time program, Danny the Elf, was on the air.
I watched Ron Harvey. Remember, still growing up. They don't know me. I don't know them. I don't know why we were in there again. Maybe I just found any way to get in that studio. I watched Ron and Doug McGrath do Santa Claus and the Elf. I was going, that guy's the elf voice? You know, as a kid, you're believing this. I don't know what you have for today. Read that letter. Oh, it's a young boy over on Gillette Street. No, that was magical. That was magical. They all influenced me so much. They just really, really, truly did.
Jonathon would later connect with Ron Harvey, who gave a young Johnny B some valuable advice.
I was taking drum lessons from Denny Baggett. I said, you're on the radio? You're on the radio in Fond du Lac? He goes, yeah. He goes, come on down. You can watch me. So I would watch him every day. Watch, how did he do the board? Where did this go? Where's the switches? How does this work? Okay. One day I just went, I said, I just want to do this. Can I do it? He goes, just keep watching me. Don't worry about it. You'll do it someday. He was telling me. I went into Ron's office. I stood up in front there and I go, hey, Ron, can I ask you a question? I was thinking about, watching Danny. I'm thinking about going into broadcasting. Do you have any recommendations for schools? Or he didn't even look up, goes, you don't need to go to school. Just go watch Danny.
Jonathon also went on to join Ron's band, often playing shows at the local Holiday Inn.
Watching Ron Harvey work from behind the drum set was a learning experience in itself because he knew how to work a crowd. He knew how to make them part of the show. It wasn't just the guy who stood up there and played. He loved what he was doing.
Johnny B eventually became a media star in Chicago and was inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame in 2018. Fond du Lac will always be his hometown, though.
What kind of a place? The bars would close at 2:00, and then you'd go to Peachtree's down on Main Street, and you could eat fish, or you could go across the street to the Lighthouse and eat all the fish you wanted to eat at 2 a.m. What could be better than that?
You can keep up with Johnny B at his website, brandmeiershow.com. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Inside the Studio, KFIZ at 100.